So we're barreling towards the end of 2025. It's going to be New Year soon, 2026, and it's that time of year when we all go, New Year's resolutions, and we do them for about a month, and then we fail, and then we feel awful. So I've started the last couple of days thinking a little bit about the last year rather than the new year. One of the things we do at the support group I go to is it gives me an opportunity to review the week that's come and think about anything I want to get off my chest, any positives. So it gives me into quite a nice little routine every week. And I've just been thinking about that for the last year, really, because the years go by, don't we? And as we get older, as I'm barreling, see 50, I'm staring down the barrel of 50, you think, my God, these years have gone so quick. Oh my God, and we don't really necessarily break down what's happened and what we've achieved, and we focus a lot on the negative. And I was just thinking about there's a great phrase called, I think it's, if I get it right, comparison is the thief of joy. So we're always comparing, and the culture we live in now and the online culture we live on is always about comparing your life to other people's lives and whatever. But the only one I'm really got to compare to is me from a year ago. And have I moved on from where I was a year ago? And this is a question I'll ask you too. Have you moved on from where you were a year ago? And that doesn't mean that you need to have suddenly lost half a stone or a stone and got a six-pack or whatever. It can be just little things. So my sort of, I suppose, highlights, if you will, of the year, started off early part of the year. I went to Andy's Man Club, a support group I've been to before, opened a branch up on the Wirral, and I went to that. And I go to that every other week now. I have the kids every other weekend as well, so I can't go every Monday. And it's been such a game changer for me. It's given me a group of other guys that I can start calling friends, which is awesome. I've also been asked to be a facilitator in the group, which I'm incredibly proud of. It means I've clearly come a long way from where I was. So that's something that I wasn't expecting at the beginning of the year. I did say at the beginning of the year I wanted to launch my YouTube channel, which I have done. Yes, the videos have been incredibly inconsistent, and the content is inconsistent, and the style of it is inconsistent, and I'm still trying to work out how I'm doing. I think I'm going to go back to a little bit more stuff like this, a bit more raw, almost journaling style of videos going into the new year. Mate, I want to try and get at least maybe I'll do one a week, maybe one every 2 weeks, I'm not sure, but I want to get a decent cadence on videos. So that's something else that I did this year, that I put myself out there. I went away for the first time ever on my own this year. Not something I was ever going to expect to do. So I did that in August. Met a group of great people, and one thing that came from that was I went out on a date, which I haven't done in forever. I've been on my own for 4 years now, and look, that didn't go anywhere. But what it also did was give me an idea of maybe being on my own isn't what the rest of my life looks like. I think I pretty much convinced myself that, heading towards 50, that's it. I'm going to be on my own forever. My kids will find me one day in my own juices when they haven't heard from me for a couple of months, and that's it. And the door of relationships was well and truly welded shut, and that was opened a crack this year, and I wasn't expecting that. And I had some serious ups and downs while I was going through that, trying to going, I don't trust anyone again, etc, etc. But I was like, wow, actually I don't want to be on my own forever. Have I gone out on any dates since? No. But I'm going away for New Year again for a couple of days. Again, I've never been away on New Year before, so I'm taking a few days off, and I'm going away with the same organisation that I went away with in August. But again, new group of people, so don't know any of them. We're in a WhatsApp group and know a couple of the names, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And I'm going into the new year thinking, I'm not making any giant big resolutions. I'm not doing any of that. One thing I do want to do is I want to look after myself a little bit more next year. I want to start doing a bit more exercise, maybe eating a bit healthier, and see where the year goes. So I think sometimes when we get to the end of the year, we get very, very focused on what are we going to do differently next year. We have these giant big lists. We set ourselves these giant big mountains of expectation and a challenge, and sometimes it's too much, and we get nowhere, and then we beat ourselves up that we didn't get there. But I think there is a lot of value in looking back at the last year and saying, actually, what have I done this year, and really having a look. And there might be one thing. I was thinking about the AMC group the other day, and for some of the guys there, the stuff that they're going through, the biggest thing may be that they went to that support group this year. And do you know what? If that's the thing, then fantastic. We have to start somewhere, and there's always something. There's always at least one thing somewhere that has made a difference. So just spend 10 minutes, if you can find it, on your own. For us blokes, that's probably, if you've got a family around you, it's probably in the toilet one night. Go and sit in the loo with, for half an hour, disappear like we do, and just have a think about maybe what's happened this last year and a couple of good things that have come out of it, things that you maybe weren't expecting to happen. And just, I don't know, just have a think, and have a reflect, because there's always something that's happened. And if you want to set yourself a couple of small goals for next year, fantastic. But otherwise, thank you for spending a little bit more time with me, and I will see you on the other side in 2026. Happy New Year, everyone.